So guys, I had this amazing idea. I used to do Halloween all the time as a kid. So now I have a sword, and I'm gonna do Halloween again. Only this time, I'm gonna not change anything at all, do the exact same thing I used to do, and even though I should totally put more effort into my costumes, this is all I'm gonna do. This is symbolism for the movie, guys. Did I hit something?
You better get back!
Just who the hell do you think I am?
So a bit ago I reviewed the anime Afro Samurai, which I felt was a pretty fun anime. It doesn't really have much substance to it, but it's enjoyable in a ultra-violent and crazy, don't take it too seriously kind of way. But eventually they came out with a movie. Let's get this bitch started, I guess. Afro finally attained his revenge. He received the #1 headband and avenged the death of his father. However, his days since then haven't been too great. But everything changed when the #1 headband is taken from him by Gino, one of his friends, and Sio, a new character. Sio challenges him to don the #2 headband and come and fight her, or else they'll resurrect his father and then kill him. So, Afro must once again journey to receive the #1 headband. And that's a really good way to describe the movie Resurrection. Again. Like, we're doing this again? Really? We're doing you getting the headband again? We're doing you getting stuff from your past again? Okay, alright, I guess. Whatever. Now, granted, it's nothing new that a movie adaptation for a pre-existing anime isn't exactly super original, but at least I expect something. Especially considering the fact that it literally just follows the exact same plot that the anime did before, and the plot of that anime was already pretty bare bones anyway. And it's not going to coast off the whole it's just fun and crazy kind of thing, because I feel like it loses some of the charm that the original show had. Granted, the animation still looks pretty fucking great. In my opinion, this movie doesn't really fucking add anything new to Afro Samurai, so it's hard to add new points to discuss about the movie. The biggest thing it adds, in my opinion, is a new character, Sio, and she's fine enough. She really pretty much just fits in the same box that the other characters fit in. She does what she needs to do, and she's cool enough for it. Of course, it does also add that thing of, hey, remember this thing we never mentioned in the original series? Well, it turns out that was a thing all along. Surprise! I give it credit. I let this pass when it's like a big shonen series. But in a movie, for a 5-episode anime, you could have at least mentioned this character before to make it seem like it was flowing, but instead it just kind of feels like, oh shit, we don't really have a plot. Well, let's add this. Like, come on! You could have at least put a little more effort into deciding what your big movie about Afro Samurai was going to be, especially a sequel series. Keep in mind, this is technically the sequel to Afro Samurai, since it's just as long as the original series. If you take Afro Samurai and this movie back to back, they're just about the same length overall. But whereas Afro Samurai feels more epic and feels like it has different things to add, this kind of just coasts along the success of the original Afro Samurai. There are some interesting things in it. Like I said, Sio is rather interesting, and I like how they do dive a little bit into Afro and show he's not a good guy. But to be fair, I kind of already figured that. Afro really only cared about getting revenge. That was the only thing to him. As I said, he's a cool character. Not exactly a likable or an interesting character. He's a cool character. And here, that still remains true. Even though we learn more about the guy, it doesn't really make him more interesting or likable. In fact, it makes him a little less likable because we found out all the awful shit that he's done. And the fact that one decision to not cause this cycle of death over and over by not giving away the headband has kind of led to more people dying and led to just this chaos overall. That is kind of interesting, but the movie barely focuses on that. Instead, it mostly focuses on Afro's journey, again, even though we've already seen this. Now, the animation and the action is still pretty cool and such, but I've seen this before. I don't want to see the exact same thing again, just now it's a movie. You can't take the Afro Samurai series, bundle it up, say, hey look, now it's a movie, add a few new things, and be like, boom. Can you buy it now? No, I'm not gonna buy your fucking movie when it's the same fucking thing as the original series. Now, the voice cast is pretty cool because I shit you not, Mark Hamill's in this. And as someone who loves Mark Hamill, that was already a plus, but he's not doing anything interesting. He's saying some cool stuff about how Afro, is kind of a shitty person and how he's responsible for a lot of death and destruction. But that's it. Like, okay, I don't really care. The best way to describe this movie is it's Afro Samurai again. It has less to say, less to do, and less to add. So, Afro Samurai Resurrection gets a 5 out of 10. It is pretty average. It's really not worth seeing. I would not necessarily say it's bad. On its own, it's a decent product. But added to Afro Samurai, it's worse. If you want to see more Afro Samurai, just watch the show again. Honestly, that's the best way to put it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please go ahead and make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out my other videos. Also make sure to check out my supporters, all the great stuff, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.